Hi, Pete. Thanks for watching. This is a quick look at how Google views and ranks your website in the search results. By understanding how the program works, we can use it to your advantage by getting more traffic to your site by getting it on the first page when anybody's searching services in your area. So I've got your website pulled up here, and I like the layout. You've got all the drop downs so people can easily get all their information, click to call and everything. The one thing I would suggest is this header is pretty large. It's about half the screen. So when it scrolls down, I can't really see too much. I would probably say that when the screen scrolls down, this black header should go all the way to the top, and this could disappear, and then it could open up a lot more so people can actually view a little bit more. As far as Google is concerned, though, it's going to rank the website based on two different factors. The first is the content. It's going to come in, it's going to count all the words of text on the page. It's looking for about 1,000 to 1,500 words because it assumes that the more information you have, the more of an expert that you are. Now, while it's counting the words, it's also looking for keywords, anything that somebody's going to be typing into search, which is usually going to be a service that you offer and then a location that you offer it in. This is where the number of words really comes into play because you're only allowed to have one keyword for every 100 to 150 words of text on the page. The second way that you're going to get ranked in Google is by the authority of the page, which is basically a popularity contest. To build authority, you can do two things. One is get as many citations as possible. Now, a citation is any time that your name, address, and phone number appear in an online directory. Anything like Yelp, Yellow Pages, Better Business Bureau, things like that. They're usually free. Just take some time to register, find them, and then input all your information. The second way to build authority is through what's called a backlink, which is when other websites link or refer back to yours. Basically acts as an endorsement for Google to build trust because others are vouching for you. Similar to a customer review, if you had 1,000 five-star reviews, customers would think pretty highly of you. It's the same thing that Google's doing, except with other websites. So to see how this works in the web results, if we go back to our search here, the first thing you're going to see pop up is what's called the map pack. This is actually a pretty important area to try to get into because statistically speaking, anywhere from 40 to 60% of people will actually click on one of these top 3 companies. It's free to get in here. You just need to fill out your Google business profile. It's right inside the Maps app, so you can do it right from a smartphone. You want to fill out as much of the information as possible, all the fields, including services you offer, your areas, even the hours of operation. Then you want to continuously add photos that are geotagged inside your service areas, upload those to your Google profile, get as many reviews as possible posted, and then you want to grab as many of those citations as possible. The directory listings with your name, address, and phone number, you want to be listed in more directories than anybody else in this list. Then underneath this is what we call the organic search results. This is where the higher the authority or the trust that Google has in your website, the higher up in the list that you're going to rank. So to demonstrate this, I put your website into this tool that I use, which shows me all the things that Google finds on your site when it's going to rank it for the content and the authority. Just to kind of define these terms, if the news station put out an article that said, top 10 roofers in Massachusetts area, and you were listed in there and they wrote it up on you, and the customer could click a link and it would bring them to your website, that would be considered one referring domain. So it's one website that refers back to yours. So what I did was I took all your service areas and I did some of the top contractors, I found them, and it seemed to be that, what's this guy, Ferreira, he came up in a few of them. So just to show you what he's doing, how many keywords he's being found on his webpage, and how many websites he has referring back to his to build authority, which is why he's outranking you in search results, because Google finds a little bit more trust in him. Now, something to mention here is it's not just a matter of quantity, it's also a matter of quality. You can't have a site like Pizza Hut referring back to yours because Google knows that you're a roofer, you're not making pizzas. So that wouldn't add anything to your site. And if we go in to see keywords, these are all the keywords that are being searched in Google that customers are able to find on your site. This is showing the volume, the number of times per month that they're being searched. So for instance, let's say in the Easton, 500 people a month are searching for Easton roofers. Now right now you're the 86th, so that's about the 8th or the 9th page of Google. Unfortunately, nobody's going to find you there. But if you were on the first page of Google, 500 people a month will be seeing your website. If we're really conservative, let's say only 10% of those people actually click on your website and give you a phone call. That's 50 phone calls, 50 potential phone calls. And then let's be even more conservative and say only 10% of those actually become customers. That's 5 new customers a month just off of one keyword. So what we would do is all the research to find the highest volume keywords in your service area for all the services that you offer and make sure that those are being included on your web page. So that way that's adding to your bottom line. Even in your home area, you're not being listed on the map pack. This is something that I would definitely suggest trying to get inside of because, like I said, statistically speaking, a lot of people will click on this. And then in other areas outside, it's understandable that you might not show up in the top, but you're also not showing up in the organic listings until I believe page 3 that it was. So I know you're working with somebody. I hope this information can be useful to you. You can bring it to their attention and see if it's anything that they can fix for you. I don't know how long you've been working with somebody on the website. It usually does take a few months, 2 to 3 months to start ranking. So I can understand if you just started working with somebody. Beyond that, though, I would just suggest to them a lot of these things that I mentioned to you and see if it's something that they can fix for you. And depending on what you're paying, to make sure that you're getting your money's worth out of your advertising and marketing. If you have any further questions, I'd be happy to answer any. We can talk about any of your goals of the business. I could do some research for you so we can see if we can get any more content and get any more domains for you as well. I'd love to get some feedback to find out what you think as well. So please feel free to drop me a line or an email with your thoughts. Thank you, and I appreciate your time.